What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to this multi-time frame forecast. We're going to be going over Usdcad. We had talked about this pair, I believe, last week or the week prior, looking at some positions, potential entry positions for us, and we were talking about executing as well. Now, a great opportunity is being presented. Not only are we testing and currently respecting a structure as support, but we also do have a pattern that had formed, which is indicative of it going up as well. So if you are unfamiliar why we created this setup, please go check out the video in the past. But for now, I'll just give you a quick rundown. Starting on the monthly time frame, as always, we were just looking and identifying critical areas of structure using the line chart, in addition to finding some trends. So we found this critical area of structure right here, which is the monthly and weekly, and also this other, I believe, previous all-time high right here as well. And you can see that was structure for us. So if we go back to the weekly candle chart, we can see that we had this trend line that was being respected heavily, and we were just waiting for it to break and test this area of structure before we were looking at some entry opportunities. And that's exactly what had happened and is happening currently. So right now, not only are we seeing, and like I said, respecting currently, we got to wait for a close and a confirmation on lower time frames. We also have this 100% fib retracement of the previous leg, which is good news. So we're looking at this. That's a healthy retracement. Oops, wrong way. I love when I do that. Um, so obviously you can see it's 100%. And in addition to that, if we go down to the daily, you can see, I mean, you can saw it on the weekly as well, but if we go down to the daily, which is a little bit easier for us to visualize it, we can see that we had this harmonics pattern that had formed as well. And like I said, these patterns are indicative of it bouncing up at least to the neckline. So short-term scalp traders, you guys have a couple pips in potential pips for execution. So that's, what am I reading? I'm assuming that is 13, not 113. Um, Anyways, so you guys have some couple pips to work with on this neckline. However, for our long-term targets, because we're looking at long-term trades, we're going to use this as a confirmation for us to enter on the long-term target towards our TPs. So let's go back to, um, let's actually edit this real quick. We're going to do that. And then we'll also have this harmonics, and then that's going to be the daily. So we have three pieces of confluence right now that is allowing us to actually come in on this trade. Now, the only thing that we're going to be waiting for is a confirmation on our entry conditions. Remember, we created a script specifically to allow you guys to better understand and contextually identify environments for the charts. And if you guys are interested in learning how to utilize this script, feel free to message us privately, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through it and get the scripts overlaid on your charts as well. It's free. We don't want anything for it. We created it for ourselves, but you guys could totally use it as well. You can see we're still in a bearish environment based on the color scheme, and all we need to do is wait for some EMAs to cross over and structure to make higher highs and higher lows. Once that occurs, then we are ready to actually execute this trade based on these three um, um, pieces of evidence right here, these three pieces of confluence right here. So once again, we're going to be pulling this up, and we're just going to talk about TP1 at the moment because it's a little bit more realistic. And you can see the risk reward ratio on this one is going to be great. We're going to put our stop just below the 128. All right, right here. And then, so that's giving us a close to 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. And let's see if I put this right. Perfect. So this is giving us a very close to 1-to-4 risk reward ratio, as you guys can see right here. That's great news for us, guys. We're just waiting patiently for a confirmation on the 4-hour time frame before we actually execute. We don't want to impulsively execute based on what price is doing right now, hovering above structure, respecting it. We want to have actual closes and confirmations. So this is USD CAD once again, guys. This week is a little bit crazy. We have some fundamentals coming out, which is giving us some interesting activity on all the trades. And lastly, we also have the elections. Sorry, the elections and the vaccine that came out, and it's the fundamentals of those two things are affecting the global markets. But last week we did 400 pips. The month prior we did 5,000 pips. So there's no need for us to be greedy and impulsive. It's perfectly fine for us to inherit significantly less risk per trade and or wait and not execute on all the trade setups that we see, only executing on the ones that have a higher quote unquote probability of desired outcome. And that being said, if you guys are interested in learning how to get all the trades and the pips that we are making, feel free to message us as well. We'd be more than happy to walk you through this. I personally would prefer that you guys learn how to read the charts, and that's why we are doing these videos as well. Not only to give you guys some pips and some setups, but also to potentially give you guys some education to better understand how to read and interpretate charts so you guys can do this for yourself and making us obsolete. That being said, this is USD CAD. Don't forget to like this idea. Don't forget to share it and comment down what you want us to cover in future videos, or comment down what you guys see for this pair as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.